Well, hello, welcome to 6th Gen Farmer. Today we got a little tiling project to work on. There's been a hole that we've been kind of driving around the past year and a half or so, and it's going to be a tricky one to fix, so make sure you guys stay along. Right now my dad's curling the excavator, letting it warm up on the other side of the shed. I'm gonna get the backhoe. This thing is empty on fuel, and I believe it probably has a tire that's low. We have a leaking tire in this one. So I'm gonna get those taken care of, then we're gonna head out to the field and see if we can start tackling this issue. These tires always take a while. Ah, shoot. That's a lot of water. There's digging holes and trying to fix stuff in these 6-8 foot holes, and then there's trying to do it in water-filled holes. Completely different scenarios, same hole. How bad does it look? Yep, okay. I've been kind of dreading this one. So question for you.
Yeah.
Why is the water going that way and that way?
Because this culvert's plugged.
Okay.
It's got quite a bit of dirt in it.
So what's kind of your plan?
Well, measuring.
Okay.
We actually got a seam right here. The problem is this.
You're not circular?
37 by 32.
So it's ovaled out.
What?
So it's ovaled out
Yeah.
on both sides?
Which is just the way it's going to be. But we got to get a round one hooked up to it.
Yep.
Problem is we did this 25 years ago, I suppose, or more. And we didn't know much.
This is one of the first projects you did, wasn't it?
Muddier here than it was on that side.
This is one of the first projects you did, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a fairly early excavator project.
Because so on the other side of the road, there's a big hole that drains through a ditch under the road to here, and then there's a couple open ditches that go that way as well.
So there used to be open ditch all the way through here.
Yep.
And Dad wanted to get rid of the open ditch on the angles, which was very nice. So we had a bunch of cement culverts came from a road project. They're on that side of the road. The county helped us go through the road, and they packed. So I think we're okay underneath the road. The problem was back then we were pretty dumb. We didn't know about bedding or any of that stuff.
Yep.
So we got a level bottom with the tile, threw it in there, and threw dirt on top of it. Well, you can't.
There's nothing to support those bottom sides.
It's got to be supported with rock and stuff all the way around. So it cracked the top.
Yeah, I can see that crack, that top cracked on that side.
So we actually had a hole. So I don't know how far we got to go to get.
Well, we think it's good underneath the road. Can we just go to the road and then just go all the way to? I mean, it's not very far. The ditch is right there.
Stuff's like $70 a foot or something like
that.
So or 70 times. It's expensive. 30 some bucks a foot. So there is a seam right underneath this.
Okay.
So I think we'll pull this one out to get to this seam. I can't remember if these are bell tile or done with a joiner. I'm guessing they were done with a joiner. Well, if there's an end there. Anyway, I'm hoping we can somehow get the 2 tile mated up here.
Do we have any more of this big tile?
There's 4 pieces up there.
Oh, there is. That's right. That's right. I knew
But there's
that.
not enough to get all the way there. If we got to go all the way there, there's not enough. And then I just was cleaning out the other side to try to get the water to go out the other side, and we got some cement on the end there. So
Okay.
we can't go all the way to the ditch. Well, I guess we can if we... Anyway, this stuff's very expensive. The rock is more expensive than the... Rock used to be cheap, and we can't get rock around here anymore. I mean, we can get it. It's just... What used to be $10 a ton is now $30. So there's two side dumps of rock up there, and that's $1,500 worth of rock. So now obviously, you dig them out this way, you get a lot of... It's gonna take a lot of rock. So I guess my goal is to get an end we can get a tile started on.
Yep.
Get a good bottom and bed it with rock. Well, then we got to measure what the fall is, which we didn't use a laser at the time. We used a level. And that's my biggest problem with all this. We don't have a... Nothing was surveyed. We just started putting tile in way back when. And so Dad wants to extend this, and I don't want to because I don't know how much fall...
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot more to going into it than just... It works fine for a little bit we got, 'cause there's so much fall, it pushes through here. But if it flattens out, then... Yeah, nothing's engineered. It was just kind of done. Well, anyway, it's a private ditch. We can do what we want to do, but yeah, it's just none of this is going to be much fun.
Oh, I better keep moving then.
And I was hoping the water was out of it, but it's not. So I don't. Maybe I'll get the little backhoe in here and see if I can pull this apart without wrecking the next one.
Well, it's right over there, ready for you.
Yep.
So it's really hard to see, but the seam is right here. So we're gonna try and pop that tile out. You got it bad enough, we might need to go back one further.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to patch it.
Okay. So he's going to continue cleaning this out with the excavator. I'm going to try and get as much of this stuff shoveled away with a shovel as I possibly can. He thinks that we can patch that spot that he caught there with the backhoe with some cement and rock, which I agree that shouldn't be too bad. So might as well get started. I'm pretty dumb when it comes to my water species, but what's that? Are you a little fish or a little tadpole right there? Where are you, guy? What in the heck is this? Is there a fish in here? What in the heck? So we kind of got a plan figured out now. He's just trying to clear up a little bit of the dirt on this side because a lot of dirt got in between the connector and the tile is already in there. And then we brought the level, or the laser level, I guess we could say. And we're gonna make this bottom ready so we can put some more tile in. This connection's probably gonna be one of the hardest things right here. I guess that one's not gonna be much easier. But yeah, at least we got an idea of what to do now. Well, it's actually the next day because the laser, the batteries were shot. So we got new batteries put in it last night. We're back here next morning working on it. So we were hoping the water level would have went down overnight. It really didn't. So he's trying to scoop up as much as he possibly can. And then, like I said earlier, We're gonna try and level up this bottom, put some rocks in it, put the new tile in it, make the connections, and hopefully get this thing done and wrapped up today.
Green, the color of true elation. Pine on a summer's day. See, I've been waiting for you, waiting for you. Green, the color of true elation. Pine on a summer's day. See, I've been waiting for you, waiting for you. I'm a winner, I'm no saint, I'm a sinner and away. Keep my secrets, clean my slate. Now you're saying it's all fake. Paint a picture, fit the shape. Masterpiece while you complain. Was a puppet, now I'm vain. Paint a picture.
Ugh. I doubt that's enough rock, but we'll see. You know how nice it is not having to do that with a shovel? What? So for those of you who may be new here or haven't watched one of my tiling videos before, this is that's the laser over there, the tripod. This is what we call the stick. So this has a laser reading receptacle thing, I guess you could say. And when I get it down, even with a laser, if it's beeping really fast, that means we're too high. If it's beeping slow, that means we're too low. And if it's just one constant beep, that means that we're level and on grade. So if I go in there and, like in that case, it was beeping too fast, that means that the rocks are slightly too high, so it's going to be redistributing them a bit, trying to get them down a little bit lower. And I'm sure that at some point it might be a little too low. We need to add more rocks or something, but that's how this tool is used.
It doesn't have to be perfect.
I'll say,
and it's kind of just the center, you know. Not worried about the edges.
Look at that beautiful blue clay right there. Nice. Okay, one more load of rock and then a culvert. It is 10:30 in the morning and I could eat lunch. I am so hungry. You need the culvert before I bring the rock. Okay. I got this new camera mount. Check this out. I can go straight from vlog mode to magnet mode. Love it. Oh my gosh, why am I so hungry? I had a big breakfast. I switched from cereal to peanut butter toast. I find that if I just have something with some fat and protein in it for breakfast, I don't get as hungry as fast. But I usually don't work this hard by 10:30 in the morning either, so I'm kind of hungry. I loaded up the skid steer this morning, so Dad's gonna use that to get the culvert in. Look at how beautiful that pickup is. Nice and clean, got some 20-inch chrome rims for it. As much as I'd love a new pickup, that pickup's just been, I bought it with 85,000 miles on it. I made a YouTube video when I bought it. And now it's like 125 on it. And I've spent $400 in repairs. And I've done basically everything myself. I had to replace a wheel bearing. Did that myself. And I have a second wheel bearing for when the other one goes out. But the other one still seems to be good. I've replaced my rear shocks. I just did that the other day. That was $100. And I think I replaced brake pads too. But like, been super reliable. It doesn't use any oil whatsoever. I found that with those Chevy 5.3 engines, there's two things to making that engine last a very, very long time and not use any oil. Three things. Disable the active fuel management, or the system that turns off 4 cylinders when it's not under load. I have that disabled. I just bought a little OBD2 port thing that disables it electronically. Change oil every 3 to 3,500 miles. Those engines love clean oil, keeps the engine clean, keeps it from using oil. And I installed a catch can, which I believe I also did in the video, but it keeps that oil coming from the crankcase back to the intake and keep those valves dirty. So those are 3 things that I found to keep those engines lasting a very long time. They're very good engines, but they typically around 120 to 180,000 miles they start using oil. So mine is very good yet. We don't use this payloader a lot, but when we do, man, is it nice. Well, there's my chauffeur right there. Look at how good that worked. That culvert makes that skid steer look tiny. Wow.
There's no connectors inside that culvert, are there?
I'll double check. We've run into a slight issue. The connector that we're planning on using has like a specific rib style. And if you look at the rib style, the old tile that we took out, and the rib style, the new, completely different. There's not going to be enough room in between these ribs to put that connector in there. So I made this a lot harder. The new culvert has a beveled end on one edge.
No, at the bell end, yeah.
Yeah.
I just found out something else. This old one is a spiral.
That's why it doesn't line up right. Because on the other side that's not attached, it doesn't line up worth a crap.
Huh.
Lots of quickcrete. So we're running into a couple issues here. First of all, if you open this up, the top of this tile is actually cracked pretty bad, right through there and all the way up. So that's not very good, and we don't want to fix it in the future. And the tile, the old tile is a spiral rib, and this is a spiral rib. The new tile is not. So nothing's going to line up, nothing's going to connect. And because it's cracked, and we didn't notice that before, we think we got to go back further. So I guess all this work isn't for nothing, but it's just there's going to be a lot more digging than we had originally thought.
Obviously, you can't use a joiner.
So we're still brainstorming ideas a little bit, but we're thinking pull that up, go back in the ditch.